Does it look okay?
I guess. I don't know.
Do I look like I have hair?
Yes. All right, welcome back to the KRUSES. This is the show that absolutely nobody asked for. Today is January 1st, 2022.
Happy New Year!
You as well?
I did not get a New Year's Eve kiss.
No.
We were both sleeping. No,
Yeah,
I was sleeping.
It wasn't intentional. I was up, but...
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, another uneventful New Year's Eve. We have some news, and it's not another baby. The plan in 2022 is to...
move back to Iowa.
Yeah, that's on the horizon. Our lease is up in August, and...
It's more than on the horizon.
Yeah, it's coming in hot.
Yeah.
But
because we plan to kind of like initiate or start our move before August.
Yeah, it's kind of...
more like over the summer.
Yeah, it's kind of culminated over the last several months, but we've been talking about it over the last few years.
Yeah. We kind of officially, does that make sense? Told our families last Christmas.
True. And now kind of just letting the world know and all of you folks that follow along with us. Mm-hmm. I think part of the reason for me was I just had a change of heart. I didn't think I was going to ever want to leave LA as of like 3 or 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. I was very career oriented and just didn't see myself really being completely happy in a small town, I guess. And so now I think...
Or just in the Midwest in general.
Yeah, in general. But I think in part of having a child, and then also how the industry, for many industries, especially mine, everything is remote and you can audition from anywhere. And a lot of the gigs that I've booked over the last couple of years have been through self-tapes where I don't even have to be in Los Angeles. And so of those two reasons, it kind of makes sense to look at our options here.
Yeah. For me, I've always been open to coming back to Iowa.
Since day one,
yeah.
You're ready to get out of there.
Yeah, but even more so just with having Harlow now and just wanting her to be around family and around like growing up with her cousins and our friends' kids and just having more of the Midwest, like small town childhood. Yeah.
And I think we could definitely raise a family out there. Mm-hmm. It's just too big of a trade-off. Mm-hmm. We just don't have as many resources there. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why Cara is a stay-at-home mom now, is the trade-off of paying for daycare.
Yeah.
It's just too outrageously priced, and it doesn't make sense.
And back here, we have like so much family and friends just to utilize. Because like I'm still working on my getting my teaching degree. Just finished my AA in teacher education, and so I mean that's still in the plan for me to eventually go back to work. But yeah, where we're going to land, we don't quite know yet, but we have the general area of where we'd like to be. But there's no
there's no set place. I think we're mostly looking around Marshalltown.
Yeah.
The market is weird right now anyways as well. But I think we'll start getting more aggressive in the spring or summer about finding a place.
Gonna have to.
Yeah.
There's not really an option.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then also Los Angeles is it's really changed over the last year, maybe 2 years after I think those riots kind of happened. And then I think a lot of the relationships between law enforcement and local government and then state government, the city is kind of just eroded in ways. There's still some incredible things about it, but our neighborhood, which is relatively nice, is transforming. And it's just, there's more crime, there's more homelessness. Not to say that they're the issue, but the homelessness issue is not getting solved. And so it's actually not helping their own lives. And then it's actually causing an issue with neighborhoods and people that own property.
Yeah. That's just part of what goes into like us just wanting to move.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that you have to navigate with. And when you look at what you could buy here, and quality of life and safety and education, and now being able to just travel to LA to work, sounds.
That's a big thing. Is that, like, not allowing us to move, but that I think that it's more appealing to you is just like you said, like just the way your whole industry has changed.
Yeah,
it's just kind of helpful.
Yeah, and also, as much as I can appreciate the city and I enjoy myself there, and there's just a lot of great things about being in Los Angeles, I don't think I'm a city person at heart.
No.
Like, I'm very much a homebody. I really don't take advantage of many of LA's offerings. And then just the type of people that tend to be there. I mean, it's a very like status-oriented town. It's all about how much money you have or how much money it looks like you have. And so there's a certain type of person I think that is drawn there or that tends to thrive there.
But with that said, we've met a lot of great people.
Yes.
That live there.
Yes.
So that's not everybody.
No, that's not to sum up the city. I think maybe it's more so just in my profession as well that I tend to come across. And I think we
probably just have that opinion growing up here and then moving there too.
Yeah, where everyone here is extremely humbled. They don't want any attention. They don't want to be extra in any way. They're relatively satisfied with current situations, and there's a lot to appreciate about that.
I just don't want that to diminish the people we have met.
No, not at all. And I think even the people that I think that are in that walk of life that I just described, there's nothing to minimize about them. That's just
right.
That's just what's important to them, and that's maybe in some ways how they were socialized, and it's just kind of growing up in that town. It's a way of like to make it that way. You kind of have to embody that to an extent, just to play the game. And I'm kind of ready to get out of that. And I think it might help my work just to be living here in the Midwest. That just kind of sets you apart from other people that are still in the rat race there. So hopefully it fuels.
And it just helps too, like when you do have to leave for certain periods of time, like, I think maybe I'm speaking for you, that could take some burden off of you that, like, I have people around here. Yeah,
and take some burden off of you too, because you just had to do that for the first time when I was gone for a while.
Yeah, not that it's impossible, but
that just, it makes more sense that way. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be good to get out, to travel back. I still love that place. There's still a lot to enjoy about it, and like you said, there's incredible people that we've met. Most of them happen to be implants from elsewhere anyways, or like the south of the Midwest.
Yeah.
But then there's also a type of person that just gravitates towards that city that is ambitious and that has big dreams. And LA has some incredible offerings for not having a 9-to-5 and making a living doing unconventional things. And I think there's a lot to say about that.
I just realized we've never sat side by side. And I'm like, usually we're facing each other.
I know, it's better. So yeah.
Also, my outfit is brought to you by like -20-degree wind chill today.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing too that I'm not looking forward to, but it will be good to get back to weather that actually makes you tougher versus
that's a good way to look at it.
I'm getting very comfortable in taking warm weather for granted.
Yes.
Here you're faced with adversity on the daily in the winter. So you kind of got to suck it up.
Yep.
But also, I think even when we do move back, I wouldn't mind a change of pace. So I think maybe my work might slow down a little bit because some opportunities are only presented in person. And it's kind of getting back towards that way a little bit, but not completely. But if the industry shut down for long periods of time, I wouldn't be stressed and I wouldn't be lost because it's not my complete identity. Yeah. Where some people are in that industry who live and breathe acting. And if they're not able to do it they're suffering in some regard.
Yeah.
And their work is really good, and they tend to be relatively successful, but I can find myself being happy doing a dozen other careers if it had to come to that. Which
you basically plan on doing anyway. You have like 50 ideas.
Well, yeah, I have like, yeah, I mean, just regarding businesses or even regular 9-to-5 stuff where you just know what you're going to get paid every month, and you know, there's a lot less uncertainty, and work in the entertainment industry comes in waves, and you could have incredible months, you could have extremely slow months, or an extremely slow year, or an incredible year. So
yeah, but anyway, that's our announcement.
That's it.
We don't know a lot of specifics, but we know he's moving.
We're going to get there. Yeah.
Gonna have to. If you're wondering about our roommate.
Oh, yes. Yes, that person. Kirsten still plans to stay in LA. Still working out the next living arrangement, but she has a lot going for her. Over the last couple of months, she really got things moving with representation, with getting an agent or a manager. She's booked a music video of a significant artist. She's constantly training at some of the best dance studios in the city, and she's met a ton of people. She's really doing things right by working and connecting with people, and putting herself out there, where my whole thing when I moved was figure out a way to pay the bills and just keep auditioning, where she's actually making meaningful relationships with people that are in the biz. So she'll do well. It'll just be a different hurdle for her when we leave. Yeah. I think there's some things
I think we did what you wanted to do with her moving out there, is just helping her get started.
I think so. Yeah. There's always more I wish I could be doing, and I still want to do. It's just hard with navigating my own work life, and then now with the baby, where that's where I think most of my time is now, is just...
How much longer are we going to call her a baby?
Well, she is technically a baby.
I know, I'm just saying, like, we always call her baby. Like, when does it...
I'm going to call her baby till she's like 4.
I might go longer.
So yeah, I could do better, but all in all, I think between the three of us and the baby,
and Coco,
we've done well over the last year and a half of living together, and
that's another thing. Coco is excited.
Yeah, that will be a higher quality of life for the coonhound who gets a little bit of cabin fever. Being is that the right way to do it? Cabin fever? You're being.
I mean, we get her out on walks and stuff, but she's a country girl. She likes to get out there and do some hunting.
She does. She truly needs to pursue something and attempt to kill it, which I kind of do let her chase squirrels, but I never let her actually catch them in town.
I think she's kind of starting to lose her mind in LA because she wants to hunt, so she's started to try and hunt small dogs, but you can't hunt small dogs, Coco.
Yeah, that's that's the real deal. That's a real issue. I did get a muzzle for her, which is it's a comfortable muzzle. It looks intimidating, so people do stay away, and then also we don't have to deal with small dogs coming up and being yippy because they think Coco would Hannibal Lecter them, which
she probably would.
She would.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's another perk. The old hounds.
Yeah.
But that's all we got. More episodes coming. We appreciate you tuning in. I had 3 more that were going to be released. Long story short, I accidentally deleted the files off of the video camera.
Yep, we already did this one once, and we're doing it again.
We're back again. And we'll be able to knock these out more efficiently, I think, if we have a better setup at a home with a designated space.
Yeah.
So that's the plan.
We get a big house. Need a playroom.
Podcast room. I'd be very content with 1,000 square feet, but we'll talk about that. Maybe that'll be our next topic. But
anyway, exciting year ahead for us.
Yeah, we're excited. We appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.
Goodbye.